Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's a most fruitful news for our viewers. Imagine using your cell phone to control the activity of your own cells to treat injuries and diseases. It sounds like something from the imagination of an overly optimistic science fiction writer, but this may one day be possibility through the emerging field of quantum biology. Over the past few decades, scientists have made incredible progress in understanding and manipulating biological systems at increasingly small scales, from protein folding to genetic engineering. And yet, the extent to which quantum effects influence living systems remains barely understood. Quantum effects are phenomena that occurs between atoms and molecules that cannot be explained by classical physics. It has been known for more than a century that the rules of classical mechanics, like Newton's laws of motions, break down at atomic scales. Instead, tiny objects behave according to a different set of laws known as quantum mechanics. For humans who can only perceive the microscopic world or what's visible to the naked eye, quantum mechanics can see counter-intuitive and somewhat magical things you might not expect happen in the quantum world, like electrons tunneling through tiny energy barriers and appearing on the other side unscathed, or being in two different places at the same time in a phenomenon called superposition. I am trained as a quantum engineer. Research in quantum mechanics is usually geared towards technology, yes, however, and somewhat superficially, there is increasing evidence that nature, an engineer with billions of years of practice, has learned how to use quantum mechanics to function optimally. If this is indeed true, it means that our understanding of biology is radically incomplete. It also means that we could possibly control physiological processes by using the quantum properties of biological matter. Researchers can manipulate quantum phenomena to build better technology. In fact, you already live in a quantum powered world, from laser pointers to GPS, magnetic resonance imaging, and the transistors in your computer. All these technologies rely on quantum effects. In general, quantum effects only manifest at very small length and mass scales, or when temperatures approach absolute zero. This is because quantum objects like atoms and molecules lose their quantumness when they uncontrollably interact with each other and their environment. In other words, a microscopic collection of quantum objects is better described by the laws of classical mechanics. Everything that starts quantum dies classical. For example, an electron can be manipulated to be in two places at the same time, but it will end up in only one place after a short while, exactly what would be expected classically. In a complicated, noisy biological system, it is thus expected that most quantum effects will rapidly disappear, washed out in what the physicist Erwin called the warm wet environment of the cell. To most physicists, the fact that the living world operates at elevated temperatures and in complex environments implies that biology can be adequately and fully described by classical physics. No funky barrier crossing, no being in multiple locations simultaneously. Chemists, however, have for a long time begged to defer research on basic chemical reaction at room temperature. Ambiguously shows that processes occurring within biomolecules like proteins and genetic materials are the result for quantum effects. Importantly, such nanoscopic short-lived quantum effects are consistent with driving some microscopic physiological processes that biologists have measured in living cells and organisms. Research suggests that quantum effects influence biological functions, including regulating enzyme activity, sensing magnetic fields, cell metabolism, and electron transport in biomolecules. BN Dasi Fort, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, India.